Back again, man. Today's video, we're gonna talk about the time that I was supposed to get baptized. And this is a hard video for me to make because I kind of feel ashamed about the story, but it is what it is, I gotta get this off my chest. And I think it's gonna help people too who are on their faith journey, but just kind of struggling, man. At the end of the day, we're all sinners. We have our strengths and our weaknesses, but yeah, so I was supposed to get baptized 2 years ago. Now, mind you, I was baptized as a kid, but that was because of my parents, right? Not because of me. So I was supposed to get baptized 2 years ago. I started going to a church in my neighborhood in Toronto. And yeah, I started going to church, getting closer to God, you know what I'm saying? Was meeting a lot of fellow believers as well. And it was good. And I was supposed to get baptized, went to the meetings, how things were going to go, so on and so forth. And then I backed out last minute. And then I watched it from home on my computer, or I seen stories and stuff, right? And the reason I got cold feet was because I felt like I had to be perfect. I had to be a perfect Christian who followed the Bible to a T. And I know a lot of people told me, because I've had these conversations with people in person, and they said, no, you're saved by grace. You don't have to be perfect. We all sin. And that's something that I understand. But at the same time, maybe I just wasn't ready. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. But I backed out because in the background, I knew that I was still sinning. And I didn't want to feel like a hypocrite. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say, all right, God, I'm ready. Let's do this. But then at the same time, I'm still sinning. I'm still doing things that I shouldn't be doing. So, and this was before I started traveling too. So it was just a tough path, And I think I made a post about this on Instagram before, but I never verbalized it. And yeah, I just feel like I don't want to be a hypocrite. I think that's the biggest thing holding me back. Maybe it's some fear as well. Just again, fear to only be perfect. And if I mess up, that it's the end of the world. When in truth, I am going to mess up. So I shouldn't even really feel bad about that, because we're human at the end of the day. We're just flesh and bones, right? That's why we need God. And lately in my spare time, I've been watching a lot of debates between Muslims and Christians and street preachers and all this type of stuff. It's been consuming me. I really been watching this type of content. And I know Jesus says that he's the way, the truth, the life. You can only get to the Father through him. You can only get to God through him. And then I think, okay, so what about so for example, how about the Muslims? Are we not supposed to converse with the Muslims because they're of a different faith or religion? And this is why sometimes I get turned off from religion itself and would rather just say I'm building a personal relationship with Jesus, with God. Because when you put the labels on it, people start to get defensive, people start to get hostile, people start to want to fight and all types of things, And it's man, religion should bring us together, not separate us. But that's exactly what it does. It separates us. And I guess, yes, you have to draw a line in the sand, but I don't know. It's hard, man. Everyone has their beliefs. And I know as disciples, we're supposed to go out and basically turn other people into disciples. But I don't know. A part of me feels like it's just a losing battle, because if people are 10 toes down in what they think, who am I to tell them, this is the way, right? Maybe I'm wrong in that. Maybe I should change my stance in that. But I don't know. I just feel weird when I think about that and I'm trying to make this person do this. If not, you're going to hell. You know what I mean? But I'm just being honest. This is where I'm at in my journey. I'm not a perfect man. I might think differently 6 months from now or a year from now. And I think that people should have the right to change their mind based on new information. And yeah, because only a fool stays the same forever. You're supposed to change and grow. But in this moment right now, this is how I feel. But yeah, faith is it's an important thing, man. Like, there's no way in hell I would succeed in life without God. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. The amount of things that I've been through, the thoughts that I've had, you know what I mean? Just feeling down, feeling out, depression. Like, there's no way I could have done anything without believing in something greater than myself. And I thank God every day, man. I'm not perfect. I sin, but the love is there, and I feel guilty when I sin. And in my mind, sometimes I feel like that's a good thing, because that's how I know I have the Holy Spirit in me. Because when I sin, I feel it. Consciously, in my brain, when I'm sinning, I know it's wrong, and I still choose sin. And I feel guilty about it. That's how I know I have God in me. I have the Holy Spirit in me. Some people just go dark. I said this in a previous video. Some people just go dark. Like, they sin, they go black. Like, maybe a killer feels like that. Like, a serial killer probably feels no remorse. They just, their soul is black, and that's definitely sad, And listen, I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't know every single verse. I can't quote 100 verses to you. I'm a baby in this. Like, I'm trying. As I said, I'm not perfect. I keep saying that, but I feel like maybe I feel like I'm supposed to be. And that's my problem. Maybe I should just accept that. Like, I'm trying to learn. I'm on my journey. I'm on a path. But I guess I'm too hard on myself when it comes to this. And I should seek counsel from like people who are ahead of me. They could, give me some gems so I could learn from them too. But Jesus, man, I think Jesus is important, Very, very, very important, man. You could do a lot of things with that guy. That's what I believe. I should probably get baptized. It's scary though. It's scary. Even thinking that, saying that again is scary, but I feel like, that's what I should do. I feel like it'll help me stay accountable. I feel like it'll help me stay focused on, what really matters in life, instead of getting sidetracked by certain things. And yeah, I feel like it would be good for me, So I really just wanted to make this video to connect with whoever watches, man. Like, if you believe in God, you love God, but you're struggling on your faith journey, like, you don't have to be perfect, man. Note to self, you don't have to be perfect. You can go through your process and not feel ashamed about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can do what you need to do for you, and you'll find it along the way, because I feel like as we get older, your mind starts changing. You start thinking about things differently. You see life differently. You want different things. The overwhelm is real. Entering a new decade is real. When you start thinking about adding more responsibility to your life, like having a wife, having children, like this is, it could be overwhelming. you know? So this is just about preparing your mind, preparing your body, preparing your soul for what's to come in the future, you know, Lord willing. But yeah, those are my thoughts, man. You guys have a blessed day. God bless. Stay on your journey and good things will happen.